Here's how we use this shot to sell Kaya coconut to Germany.
Bring that shit back, boy. I know you want it, I know she really want it.
We were tasked to create a video for Sambu for the Satankara line. This video, surprisingly, will be shown in European roadshows, especially Germany. When we found out that this is going to be mostly broadcasted in Germany and also in Europe, that's when we realized that we had to, one, find white Eurasian talents, and number two, we had to understand that this whole project has to be done with a winter setting. They are wearing more thick winter style clothes, even though it was like about 36 degrees here in Singapore.
Us being Asians, right, we naturally think that this is an Asian ingredient, but based on conversations with the client, we also found out that it's actually a very big product in the European market. How do we then actually convey that in a very universal language, but with us also having an Asian background, you know, having food as the universal center would help with that language. Because everyone has to eat, everyone has meals together, so I think from that came the genesis of the idea.
Yeah, subjectivity was the food instead of re-anchoring it to the talents. So the food became the thing that we saw grounded everything. So every shot and even the sequences of it is always the food, and then we link the people.
Knowing that food will be a very, very, very big part of the whole video, right? We realized, hey, actually, you know what? We need a food stylist. The client gave us quite specific ingredients to work with, which was actually coconut milk and coconut cream.
All the recipes were from their website and things that they recommended that should be.
And then we also needed to use that information, right, to cater it to in European settings. We needed to show how the food actually looks. It needs to look realistic.
When I first saw the treatment for the project, I realized we had to find two kitchens. Finding the home kitchen was relatively easy, but to find an actual restaurant kitchen was a bit of a challenge, mainly because not a lot of kitchens will actually allow us to film during their work hours. It was a bit of a search, and luckily, thanks to our awesome team, our AP, Yuxuan, we are able to find a kitchen that will allow us to shoot. We chose to do it in a condo, film in a location where it was a little bit of a blank canvas, where we can play around with, you know, like the white walls and the white kitchen to kind of make it feel like, oh yeah, it is a Western style home.
We needed to look for a kitchen with an island that would allow us to play with almost like a 360 degrees in terms of where we wanted the movement to be. But when we came into the industrial kitchen, right, or a commercial kitchen, it was a little bit tricky because everything is really fit to the business need. So we had to work around that in terms of how we put the lighting in, where we place the camera, which made it extra tricky because we had what's that thing called?
A jeep.
The jeep. Yeah, because I think we needed precise movement, so the jeep was what was needed, especially for the pulling out shot, pushing in shot. But we wanted to create a natural space for the actors also to actually act within it so that they don't feel constrained.
So when I first saw the treatment, we all saw that there was a lot of match cuts to the video to kind of tie in the restaurant to the home kitchen.
For this spot, we're intercutting between the house and the restaurant kitchen, and for that, we're making use of match cut on action. So when you see the chef hands over the food, we cut to a shot of our grandmother turning around as she brings over her cooking onto the dining table. We also have another shot of the grandmother squeezing lemons into the blender, and we match cut that into a shot inside a pot, looking at our chef adding ingredients to it. So for the shot under the pot, the reason why we want to do it this way is we've already seen the perspective of each person in the house. Now, what if we flip it the other way around? What if the perspective now comes from the food? And to be able to get this shot, we asked our production designer to custom make this one pot for us. So this is the custom made pot. As you can see, there's a hole. So what we did was we put the camera here, pointing up.
Now we will talk about the shot that we all loved, but I was very worried for the under the table acrylic shot. They wanted real glass, and I said no, real glass is too heavy, it's too dangerous. So our art department said, why not we use acrylic instead? But we had to use an acrylic that was so thick so that it does not bend in the middle. Budget-wise, it was a very expensive piece of acrylic, but I'm really glad that the director and also the DP was able to get the shots that they wanted.
I'm happy with how it turns out. It really requires us like a couple hours to set it up because there's so many things that we have to adjust during the day itself. It also requires a lot of coordination between the camera when the camera is moving and family members passing over their food onto each other.
Ultimately, we gave them a project that they were really satisfied with to kind of show during this roadshow, and this was their first ever project that kind of involved Western talents, and their first ever project that kind of went beyond Asian countries. We are really proud of that, to have been able to give that to them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few angles we can say, like you say, energy, but then there's also a platform for them to talk to a European audience.
We wanted to sort of match a certain kind of look, certain kind of flair, and sort of bring it much more international than it is a local thing. Now you've seen how we made this.
Here's the film Kara brought to Germany.
Think something new under the sun. You can't take back control.